Okay, I have an original effect for you today, and it involves a time machine, as you'll see. Okay, so we're going to travel back and forward through time. Now, you can have up to 4 spectators help with this routine. I'm going to assume I have a spectator 1, 2, 3, and 4 here to help me. Now, what you need each of them to do is go ahead and choose 2 cards that they can readily remember, but to not show you those cards, of course, so you could turn around while these 4 spectators choose their 2 cards each. Okay. Now, to help us out so that we don't have to remember 4 sets of cards ourselves, I thought we'd make it a little easier for us for the demonstration. We'll assume spectator 1 chooses 2 red aces. Spectator 2 chooses a couple of black 2s. Spectator 3 chooses 2 red 3s. And spectator 4 chooses a couple of black 4s. Okay. Now, of course, these would normally be face down on the table. And then you could have one of the spectators decide on the stacking of these, stacking order. So maybe they'll kind of stack them in this way. Okay. And then just have the cards handed to you. And then you just explain to them, we're going to now travel through time. So I'm going to deal out the cards into a mystical triangle shape like this. We'll stack in opposite order. And then turn to spectator 1 over here and explain to them that they have full control over a very important mixing procedure that's going to change things over time. And it's called the Klondike Shuffle. So if you like, I can demonstrate it first. So this is how it works. You take the top and bottom cards off as 1. Okay, top and bottom off as 1. That's the Klondike Shuffle. Now you decide how many of these we perform. You want just one more? Okay, that's fine. Now a note to you as the performer, it is in fact true that you can perform as many Klondikes as the spectator asks for. You truly can. Okay. Spectator 2, I think we'll go ahead and maybe deal out into 2 piles for you since you're spectator 2. Okay. With random stacking, though, decided by you. How would you like these stacked? Right on left? Okay. And why don't we do a second one of those just to really give the cards a good workout here. How would you like them stacked? Right on left again. And then let's go ahead and do it a 3rd time. Okay, so make note of that as the performer. We are doing this left-right dealing 3 times with random stacking. How would you like these stacked? Left on right this time. Okay, very good. Now, spectator 3, we're going to give you a couple of choices here. We can perform the mange over-under or the under-over. Okay, so does either one sound more appealing to you? You want the over-under? Okay, so let me show you how it works, and then you can decide how many times we do it. You push the top card into your other hand. The next one goes over, then under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay, so we could do more of those, or we could do a mange under over. The only difference being that when you push off the top card, this next one, instead of going over, then under, and so forth, it would go under, then over. Okay? Would you like me to perform any more mange over-unders or any under-overs? You don't. Okay. But just know that you can offer that to the spectator when you go to perform this as the performer. You can carry out as many of those as you like. Finally, spectator 4, we're going to deal out into 4 piles. Okay, so that kind of makes it easy. Spectator 4 gets 4 piles dealt. Now, we can stack the top row on the bottom or bottom on top. What would you like? Top row on the bottom. Okay, what about the stacking here? Left on right or right on left? Okay, now we can do as many of these as you like. Would you like to do any more? Just one more, okay? But once again, just know that you can do as many of these as the spectator asks for. How would you like the rows stacked? Bottom row on top, okay? Left on right, okay? Very good. Now it's at this point we're going to re-enter our time machine, okay? So this is going to hopefully go back in time. So let's go ahead and stack those in opposite order and take us back to a time right before all of the random mixing that the 4 of you chose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just push off pairs of cards here. Okay, and then I need, say, spectator 1, can you point to one of the piles? You want this one? Okay. Would you like me to flip face up the bottom card or the top card? Your choice. Top card. Okay, very good. We'll set that right down there. Spectator 2, which of the 3 piles would you like to work with? The one on the left, you can choose. Flip the top card or the bottom card. Bottom card. Okay, that's fine. And then spectator 3, which of the remaining 2? This one. Do you want the top or bottom card flip face up? Just the top card. Okay. And then spectator 4, I guess yours is assigned to you, but you get to choose which of these 2 to flip face up. You want the top one flipped. Okay, that's just fine. Now, what I need each of you to do, since in reality, I as the performer would not know whose cards these are, and that will be true when you go to perform this. So you just turn to spectator 1 and you just ask, do you see one of your cards here face up? Now they're going to say, yes, they do. Where is it? This one? Okay, let's go ahead and just give that to you. Spectator 2, do you see one of your 2 cards face up? You do. Which one? This one? Okay, very good. Spectator 3, do you see one of your cards face up here? You do. Which one? This one? Okay. And then spectator 4, does this happen to be one of your cards? It is. Very good. Okay. That's looking promising. But we still haven't completely confirmed whether or not we were able to go back in time and undo what was done. Well, to really know whether we've done that, we need to find out if we were able to bring together the 2 random cards that each of you chose. Okay. So spectator 1, you said this is one of your cards. Were we able to recreate its pairing with the other card that you freely chose? Well, let's just take a look. Does this happen to be one of your other cards? It is. Very good. Okay. Spectator 2, you've already told the world this is one of yours. Check the one below and just see if we were able to reconstitute your pair before all of the mixing. Oh, we did? That's yours as well? Okay, very good. Spectator 3, we know this is one of yours. Check the bottom one and see if we succeeded in putting together your pair. Let's find out. Is that one of yours? It is? Great. And so I'm assuming by elimination, let's just look at spectator 4's pile here, pair. So we know this is yours. So what was the other card you chose? And of course, they'll state what it is. And then you can reveal it as being the final perfect matching card for all 4 pairs. Okay. Now, you may have noticed something interesting about time travel. We didn't necessarily recreate exactly what was done in the past. What was done earlier. And that's for the simple reason, if you travel to the past and then to the future, very likely, small changes and perturbations will occur. And we saw that in the fact that these pairs were not necessarily in the right order for each of you, but the cards within each pair were perfectly restored. Okay, so I think that's a successful time travel trip. Okay, so how do you do this? Well, you do everything that I did, and this will work perfectly. Anytime that I said you can perform a shuffle 1 or more times, that's true. If you choose to do the left-right shuffle, you need to do it 3 times or a multiple of 3 times. I would just do it 3 times with random stacking decided by that spectator. But the Mon shuffle, as many times as you like, into 4 piles with random stacking of the rows, and then the resulting piles, as many of those as you like, and then just follow what I showed you here. Okay, and I can add a full write-up in the description below so that you can see what's going on at each step and the mathematics driving it. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.